Yo. 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 Yo, yo. What's up, Carlos? How you doing today? KF, welcome, buddy. Mumbo Elate, of course, of course. Have to be, man. Does Gordon have a promo card that's 280 right now? That just came out today? Dang, man. W. You got it from your Silver Cup grind. Jeez. See, Tenali got a promo card. Thought you'd be happy. I'm not happy with any of the Newcastle cards. Where's the Sunderland ones, man? What's priority investments? For me, informs, bronze rares, silver commons, silver rares, gold commons, and gold rares. I'm only club stocking silvers and golds through League SBCs. I might go in on more like top nations and stuff if I don't have them, but basically I'm just gonna do League SBCs as a club stock and then BPM spam to save bronze rares. Mess up with my lib mass buy for 1.5. At least I get 20 coins profit per card. W, man. F1 is on at 4 a.m. my time. Both tonight and tomorrow night. Nice. Staying up late, that is. Dude, Sunderland plays in 17 hours. Yeah, dudes, we're going to kind of chill vibe today, man. We got 4 to 5 League SBC runs ready to go. We'll do a run every 5 likes, like we did the other day. And just kind of chill and build up. This might be... This will most likely be, with all the stuff I got going on this weekend and getting videos ready, this will probably be the only video, or this will be the only live stream of the weekend. And most likely, I don't know if I'll be live Monday or Tuesday either. So, we gotta get ready for a crap ton of content for being on. I got a lot of packing to do. A lot of projects to work on. It's going to be a busy, busy time. Really thought they would go back to 1.9? They could. I mean, it's just one of those things that people have to do them enough. When EA brings back the same thing time after time after time again, there might be less people who want to do them. But we don't know. That's why I always say go with the fluctuations rather than what you think they'll get to. Like, it's cool and all to think they'll get back to that price. I wouldn't be surprised if they did eventually, but if you could pick things up earlier in the day for a few hundred less, lazy list into new content, you should get 200, 300 coins a card. Pretty simply. It's in that weird window where I don't know whether to stay up late or get up early for it. Yeah, if it's, what is it? How long is F1 usually on for? You said 4 in the morning, right? If it's like 3 to 4 hours, being asleep by 7 or 8, you could logistically... Nah. I'd wake up early for it. I was going to say you could stay up then fall asleep after. But I think if you get up for it tired, you watch it, then you take a nap from morning to early afternoon, I think you'd be solid. Or then you hold out until you go to bed early that night. Either way. Sold the dupes so I can do BPM again. The ones in my club I'm keeping for now. It's good. You coming back to premium now? Yes. I should be able to do 6 or 7. No troll. 6 or 7 runs today. I swear I'm not memeing. Hour tonight, 2 hours day after. I was planning on waking up anyways. Yeah, could be a good idea then. All right, let's go to Pale Tools, boys. Menus are booty. Let's, I think I need more hyper motion cards. Let's start stockpiling those a little bit. Better off the less I know. Fumbling, missing piece. Better off the less I know. In the moment, reality. Alright. There we go. Alright, can you guys see us okay? Alright, we got 2 hours until I work out, so I'll take my pre-workout in like 2 hours. Hour 45 maybe. Alright, we have 23 silver player upgrades. I still need to probably buy where is it? Promotion 2. Alright, I'm gonna look for all 68 pluses. We're gonna get enough for like the next like 20 runs. We already got quite a bit, but we'll start with this. Spam some BPM. We should be good to go. We'll show the Pale Tools changes that I made as well, for those of you that are wondering what that looks like. Better off the less I know. More than reality. What are you guys up to this weekend? There. Now, a lot of these we could bid 150 and probably win. This is where the spending a little bit more to just get the cards in your club and not get dupes makes it a lot easier for me to do. Having a night out with my girlfriend, aka my wife. Hey. Congrats, man. Where are you guys going? We went to a newer Mexican restaurant in our town. It's been out for about, I think, a month. Have to go with the Texas fajitas every single time. Corona Light and Texas fajitas slap. Absolutely. Worth it to put a Cornerstones Evo on Parrot to give him chem points guaranteed. At the moment, he's on full chem anyways, but if I change the team, he might not be. Put the Cornerstones Evo on him. Brother, I can't even process that sentence. This might be a dumb question. Does the Cornerstones Evo give chem? Watching a movie. The new Wicked movie is out. Then some ribs. And some alone time. I was gonna make a joke, but I couldn't think of a League SBC joke or something. I feel like there's a painfully obvious one we could say, but I'm blanking. Come on, guys, help me out. So it gives him chem too. I'm going to show her my Gordon to turn her up. Brother, I never want to see that sentence ever again. What was that? Alright, so we should... Okay, we have the mixed all over again. I should have said... I should have read that and been like, yeah, I'll be doing bronze pack method, so guess we'll both be grinding tonight. That would have been the more obvious one. Alright, you guys ready for Paletta tools? Alright, we should open these first. To give us some extra cards. We should do the dailies as well to get some extra stuff in there. We get a Saudi card or a Romanian card. Need a trainer on the SBC grind. She does hate video games though. I feel like a lot of women don't like video games, not because they don't actually like video games, but because they see it as like taking time and attention away, potentially from them. But they should see video games as a superpower, an amazing thing. It's how a lot of guys blow off steam. Staying in the house, just hanging out. You could be going out doing crazy stuff instead. You're inside, playing with the boys. Pause. Absolutely pause. Dude, a lot of Lib and Sud cards this run. Dang. She says my computer is her biggest rival. She's not wrong. True, as long as you balance the time, though. Alright, let's do the daily silver upgrades real quick. And we'll do the daily golds too if we have enough. And then we'll get started on recording. To save time, we'll record this on stream rather than off stream. Oh, is it not selected? I was like, what's going on? Daily gold upgrade. Boom. Dude, where are the bronzes? Oh, we saved the bronzes. Dude, we have so many Lib and Suds untradeable. Can't wait. Alright. Alright, we'll pop those in. Boom. Alright, 11 gold player packs. Beautiful. Awesome, sweet. Now, what is our gold situation like? Do we have, for the premium, we're using tradable and untradeable, so we should be good. Realistically, I should only use untradeable, but for that first run, I can show those for sure. All right, we're going to record, boys. I won't be able to see your chat for a few minutes. It won't be a super long one, though. We'll try to quickly go through this, so maybe like 5 to 8 minutes. All right. Let's get it. Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Mumble Elite. Welcome back to another video. And we have League SBCs that came back out. Same requirements as last time for the Mixed League upgrade and the premium Mixed League upgrades. But we're going to show you what we do for our Pale tools if you're trying to set up something similar. As always, if you have better filters for yourself, because I'm not the absolute best at these, feel free to tweak it as you want, or down in the comments if you think there's something better, let us know. But if you do enjoy, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get it. So we're going to start with the mix. First and foremost, we'll go into the championship MLS section. And I'm not going to go super long on these. If you want to screenshot these, you can. This is kind of what I have rolled up. So we have the two commons there. I'm not going to read out everything on screen because, again, that would just make this super long and you guys can take a screenshot there. But we like to get some silver rares there from the MLS. Once you get low on these, I like to switch it to the championship. You'll notice I put the minimum at 69. It's not because I don't want to use 68 and under. There's going to be a ton of rares that we want to use eventually. I just usually go on console and do those by hand and chuck in like another gold to clear those. But a lot of the time, if you're trying to make it easier on yourself, having things that are 69 rated, 274 rated, especially with the commons too, is going to help as well. So once you get low on one of those leagues, you switch to the other. You shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. So we'll go in here real quick, put those in. And boom, just like that, we got the rating. We got the rares needed. Now we just need the chemistry. So we'll move a few things around. And boom, just like that, we got one done. Now we're on to the League 2 and La Liga Hypermotion. This one, a lot of the times people are going to run low on the silver commons. So what I do is I usually either 150 bid or 200 buy now, go through and get all the 70 plus rated silver commons from these two leagues. La Liga Hypermotion has a ton more, so if you're trying to pick those up there, it's a lot easier. But as you see here, we have 45 rated to 79, 2 players there of just rare, and then we do a mix of the most recent for the higher end Hypermotion cards, mix of 68 to 79. Sometimes you'll have some golds land in there, sometimes you don't, and you just have to mix around the rating. It really kind of depends on what you already have. We're usually pretty club stocked, and then ratings high to low for this one, 64 to 45. If we can throw in some commons, we'll do that as well. So here's what that looks like. That's the Africa one. Oops. We'll show you what that looks like when you pop it in. And there we go. We have 1 rare, 2 rare. We have 70 ratings. So as you see, we can use lower rated stuff. So all I'll usually do is I'll start with removing the high 70s. So we'll pop 2 of those in. That gets us down to a 68. Perfect. So then we just need to make sure we have the chemistry, move a few things around, and boom, that one's done as well. Here we got the Serie BKT in the Bundesliga 2. This is what we got for that. If you want to use this, we start with the most recent, getting just 2 rares. You can do that through the Bundesliga, or you can do that through the Serie B. I have one at the end that you'll notice down here is through Serie B as well. So if we run out of Bundesliga 2 rares, we switch over to that one. But I just do a mix of most recent bronzes, silvers, golds. I just do 45 to 79 rated. It's not too important. You just want to make sure you're getting the, 62 rating. So if you're doing a lot of BPM, you really don't have any silvers, you might be low in terms of the rating. But I would say most of the time, the sticking point is going to be the rares. If you're doing BPM, you should get a decent amount of rares. If you want to bid 300 on the silver rares, you can do that as well. That one's pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and get that one done. Put those in. Move that around. What do we got? We got 2 rares right there. Just making sure that looks good. Move that to there, and boom. That one's finished. Now, the final section, we got the Saudi League Superliga. You can only use 6 from the same club. This one's super easy. You can't use any golds. Max is silver. You got to get 60 rating. For this one, I just keep it simple. We do most recent, 45 to 74 for each. We ignore positions and use each league. Max is 6 from the same club. I just put 15 on each so we get a little bit of a bench. If you run low on one league, use the other. Some people are doing it where they only use one league and they sell on the other. However you guys want to roll through it. This isn't a how to grind League SBCs. This is the Pale Tools video. If you want to see my how to grind, we give suggestions on what I'd recommend doing, especially for a club stock. But to make this easy, we'll just chuck in a few of these silvers. That should give us a 60 rating. Now we just need a little bit of chem. Move that around, and boom. That is done right there. Yo, mama, what's up, buddy? Hello, future YouTube. All right, we're going to do the premium one quick. Okay? We'll do the premium quick, and then we'll move back over. Actually, I'm not going to submit these because I want to use untradables, but I'm going to show the mix of tradables and untradables. So we'll actually do that. We'll not hit submit on each one, but we'll show how we do it. All right, is it recorded? It is. Cool. All right, dudes, now it's time for the premium mixed. I have a bunch of tradables in my club that I'm saving for Black Friday. We'll be making a video on that later this week. So I'm not going to actually submit these. I'm just going to show you kind of the templates, and we'll put it in. Going to show you how it works. And then from there, if you guys want to change it so you only use untradables, by all means. But here's what we got. So for the Prem La Liga, this one's going to be the most highest rated needed. We do 4 rares from La Liga. You can use Prem if you want. I personally love using La Liga in Pale Tools because for me, it's harder to tell those badges apart a little bit than it is the Prem ones very quickly. Then we chuck in some commons here in the middle section, going from high to low. And then we have some low to high for some additional La Liga. But if you want to switch that one to Prem so you don't get a lot of the same team, you can do that too. The only issue with a sort of setup like this is since you can't put these two together without having no guarantees on the amount of rares put in versus commons, you might run into the case where you get the same team popping up that has a gold common and a gold rare. You can find that pretty quickly though. Like if we go in here, that's not a problem whatsoever. We're at 80 rating, so that's a little too high. If we move, how many rares do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a 81 plus there, get that down to a 79 rating. We're good everywhere else. So we'll pop those in. And like I said, I'm not going to actually submit this, but that's what it would look like if I did submit it. And then we're going to move to the Bundesliga Serie A. Again, same requirements as last time, so you guys really don't need to get updated on those. But in terms of how I get this one sorted out, we need 3 rares for this one, so I just try to get the rares on the front end, giving me a decent amount of rating. So I go high to low, 83 is the max, 75 is the minimum, 3 count for gold rares for Bundesliga. Then after that, we do a mix of low to high for 75 to 83 to get a lot of commons in there. I could put this to just common. You'll run into the case where some rares will pop up too if you don't. That's kind of a personal preference thing. I usually have more rares than I actually need, so if I have to sometimes throw in an additional one just to get some different teams in there or make sure I have enough rating or chem, by all means, feel free to do that. And then Serie A, we do a low to high, get a lot of bronzes in there, get a lot of silvers that we would otherwise never use. So that's what I have for that SBC template. We'll pop that in real quick, show you what that looks like. And again, same thing as before. If you're using separate ones for, let's say, the rares versus the commons, you're going to have the case where sometimes it pops the same team. So if you do that, you just got to quickly find which one's from the same team. Here it looks like we got 2 Leverkusen ones. We're at 78. We probably only need 77, so I could throw in that. Players from the same club still right into the same issue, so it looks like we got a second one there. If we do that, that should be good. Move them around. Boom, boom, boom. Very quickly snap it in, and boom, there you go. Got everything needed for that. And then the hardest one. This one is going to be a little hit or miss for people. We have our grind that we do with the mixed. If you guys want to see that video, we show you how to build up basically 5 to 10 of these really easily with all untradables before you even start this, if you do want to do that method. And kind of my SBC function off this is going to be kind of based on that. So we have here most recent mix is 65 to 74, player count 3, minimum from the same club 4. I start with Sudamericana using some rares, then I do Sudamericana using some commons, then I go to bronzes and then some golds from Libertadores and Sudamericana. If you want to use those exact same things, you can. You can put everything to untradeable if you only want to use untradeable. The reason I don't have it selected is sometimes if I'm spamming BPM and I don't sell on everything, I'll throw in 1 to 2 tradable bronzes, especially if I'm trying to save some silver rares or silver commons to have a little higher rating, or even some of those golds. But if we go to Club Analyzer, you'll see here I have 7 golds from Lib, 1 Sud. I got a ton of silvers from Libertadores, 28 from Sudamericana, and then a decent amount of bronzes there too. So if we pop these in real quick, you'll see something similar to this. Boom. We should have the rares needed. We should have the rating now, but depending on what you have in your club, you might not necessarily have that. You might have to chuck in a gold, which is why we make it so some gold show up on the bench and some other cards too in case you need to mix things around. But main thing for me, again, I would make sure I'm using as many untradables as I can. If I'm using all untradables, even better. But if I'm a little bit overkill in terms of the rating or the amount of rares, that's where I'll sometimes put in those tradable bronzes. But yeah, dudes, that is basically it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. And again, comment down below if you have any better templates that are working for you. Feel free to help each other out. You guys wanted to know mine. I personally don't promote these too much because I don't think mine are the best in the world. But they get the job done for doing the mix upwards of 10 plus times a day right now. And then now the premium, we're going to probably do 6 or 7, no pun intended, times through that today. So yeah, we'll see you next time. It's been your boy Mumble Elite. I'm out. God bless. All right. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Yo, yo, yo. I'm going to pick up fodder today. I bought 88s for 13.25 for 1.6 mil. Seems good since people will probably save packs for next Friday. Could be good. I haven't really been doing too much trading, to be honest. I've just been spamming BPM and doing League SBCs. I could probably club stock some more informs. You could maybe take a look at that. Especially the ones out this week. Team of the week. What are informs down to? Are they 12.5K? Here we go. Chuck one of each of these. Okay, we can't get him yet. Dang, man. They don't really want me to buy him. Oh, 85. Okay, maybe we have to get close to the 59th minute. There we go. Casemiro. Ooh. That would have been a good one. Alright, we'll check some of these in. Again, we're just getting one of each. It's a club stock. Let's go. Perfect. All right. So our coins should be down a little bit because of that. That's fine. Any more we can get? Nope. We should be pretty full there. What is the cheapest promo card so far for this promo? Does anyone know? I should have checked multiple pages. I think she's like 700. Also, too, I would, as best as you can, start saving your bronze rares for Black Friday. Even if you got to quick sell some dupes, I'd start really saving. All right. Time for some League SBCs. All right, 5 likes, boys. Let's do a run. Yeah, I'm debating whether I should put some coins into something more than just informs and club stocking. But I kind of want to keep the amount of coins I have now. Also, too, when I'm gone for basically this week, it'd be very interesting if I stopped League SBCs altogether and just made non-stop bronze upgrade with BPM. Because I'm going to be on my phone. It's not going to be as easy to set things up. So I might get all the, like, Africa, Europe, America, all those done. And we're just going to go through all these. Might as well. We're not going to save it. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, we might just, like, save all the stuff to do just a ginormous amount once we get back. Still do probably a few a day at least, but I don't want to be going too crazy off stream if we can't show you the process, you know? Especially, too, if there's another menu grind, I'm praying that we get something before I leave on Wednesday. Alright, small Electrums. My grind is doing fine, doing around 7 to 8 mix runs a day and crafted 70 times 80 plus. My only disappointment is that I'm not getting all my money back, but I think that's normal because I'm doing club stock. Yeah, and like honestly too, one of the funny things that's starting to happen now that we're doing this so much more in bulk is the same way with BPM. We've been telling you guys you'll know when you're like really club stocked with BPM. You'll start getting a lot of League SBC cards dupe. It's like almost every Electrum pack or every Silver Players pack. It's like half of these we're getting now are dupe silvers. So we're getting really full there. Golds too. I feel like we're starting to really fill up on golds. That's why I didn't want to submit the premium run with the tradables that in my club. Because I want to keep all those tradables for Black Friday. Has anyone here never been around for Black Friday? Not like my channel, but just a Black Friday in general that EA's done. The day after American Thanksgiving, so next Friday, not today. Anybody's first time? Because if it is, we'll make a club stocking video for you guys. But essentially, EA does a bunch of Flash SBCs. They'll do a bunch of Flash promo packs as well. But Flash SBCs will have like some really good tradable or untradeable pack. The SBC will be out for like a half an hour to an hour. Sometimes there'll be like a minimum of 80 rating. Throw in the squad and you're good to go. And it'll cause cards to go crazy in price. Sometimes it'll be like full rare. You need 11 rares. It's a really good squad. It needs high chem. And bronze rares go crazy in price. And then other times it's like minimum of golds or an 80 rating. So you can't use low end cards. But silvers usually become a good middle ground. Silvers, especially silver rares, can be used for multiple different things. So we're club stocking a little bit of everything. Now, year after year, I feel like it's gotten progressively worse in terms of club stocking. I feel like they've definitely had a lot of the SBCs be more geared towards gold commons and gold rares. So that's another reason why I think just club stocking the way we are with the League SBCs and not selling them yet is going to be potentially beneficial. But we'll wait to see, man. I don't actually know how much I'll be around on Friday. on my phone and stuff. I'll be at my aunt's place, and we put up all of her Christmas decorations. So I got to take down all the fall stuff in the house, put up like 100+ snowmen inside the house, hang Christmas lights all around her house in the dark, which will take probably a few hours there. So, yeah, I probably won't. I might not even sell a single thing. Depends on what's going on. How early they start. If they start early enough on Friday, we could be good. But we'll see. We'll see, man. It's not the end of the world. Dude, I'll have to take photos of it if you don't believe me. It's quite literally over 100 snowmen. So what she does is like every picture, like in a living room, right? You have the TV. So you have the TV stand that it's on. She'll have on the TV stand like 10 different snowmen, like globes, snowman toys. Then we'll put the Christmas tree up, and on there there'll be like 1 million snowman ornaments. She'll have on the windows like snowman things. She'll do on her wall next to the TV, she'll have shelves that are hanging off, like individual shelves above each other. We'll put snowmen on there. She'll have a nativity scene, and then outside of the nativity scene, she'll have even more snowmen. It's picture any kind of snowman, it's probably one of those included. It's wild. We'll have to see if she remembers how many exactly she has, and if she doesn't, we'll have a competition to see who in the family can get closest to the right answer. As long as you get to eat unlimited turkey, it's worth the labor. Oh, dude, I think I've told you guys this before, but I'm a broken record to all my friends when I tell them about my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday of the year is Black Friday. Not even because of the FIFA stuff, even though when I am able to get on, it's awesome. But because we take the Thanksgiving food from the day before, the turkey, the stuffing, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, you name it. We take everything, and the next day as leftovers, it somehow tastes even better. And my aunt makes these amazing crispy blueberry muffins that you can just smell throughout the house and outside when you're working. And you just know they're going to taste heavenly when you come in. And then she makes a soup out of the leftover turkey bone and the meat on the turkey. So she'll take the whole kind of carcass that's left over. She'll stuff it in a pot. She'll put in a bunch of vegetables. She'll put in carrots. She'll make a nice soup that also gets throughout the house with its smell. She'll then make a white sauce. And she'll have bread that we put this white sauce on. So we'll have this large piece of bread, slather in white sauce. I'll put usually gravy on top of that. I'll put cranberry sauce on top of that. I'll put turkey on top of that, and I'll eat like an actual sandwich, an open sandwich. It is the best thing ever. It is so good. Yeah. I've been trying to lose some weight in advance for the week that we're going to be there because I eat nonstop. I'm going to try to get 10K steps a day, but I won't be able to do my normal workout routine, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, same here. I usually never manage to keep up with Black Friday SBC, sometimes because I simply forget, and other times because I'm not home. And, like, that's the thing, too, right? Like, the older you get, like, for me, it used to be one of those things where I wouldn't say it's like a switch is flipped completely. It's not 100% or 0% either direction. But, like, I used to, back in the day, when I was in college and we would go to my aunt's house, I would have my laptop with me. I'd have my phone. This was back during, like, FIFA 17, FIFA 18 times, and I would every hour of that whole day, I'd be like 5-10 minutes putting up decorations, and I'd be like, all right guys, I have to do this right now, and I would literally sit there and sell silvers and golds nonstop in my club until I got listing banned on my computer. Then I'd switch to my companion app. Then I'd do it for a bit on the companion app, and then whenever I just got completely banned from listing because we'd list so many, we'd then go back to help again. It was so time consuming, bro. I had to make not every excuse in the book, but I had to buy myself some time because the way it would work is like you'd have a really bad SBC that would come out. Didn't really make things go up in price and it'd be out for an hour. I'm like, okay, what can I help with? And they're like, oh, we really got nothing right now, but we'll call you when we need you. And it's like, okay. Hour will go by, you're sitting around, you're like, are you sure there's nothing I can help with? No, we're sure, we'll let you know. Boom. Silver's minimum requirement. 11 rares needed. All Top Nation silver rares are now 2,000 plus coins. Most of them are 3,000 plus. I start listing everything. I'm going crazy. Mumble Elite. They don't call me Mumble Elite. Reed, we need your help. Oh, gosh. We need you to do this. And it's not them telling me a specific task yet. It's me just kind of standing around waiting for them to, like, tell me where to go. So I'll do it for, like, 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, there's 20 minutes left in this SBC. I still have 100 silver rares to sell. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. Sneak to the bathroom for 5 minutes. Hide for another 5 minutes. Be around for another 5 minutes. And then after that 15, I'm good to go. But now this year, it's going to be completely different because I don't think my dad's going to be around much. He has to work. So I'm going to be the one doing all the stuff in the house with my aunt. So I probably won't be on, if at all. So you guys will have to let me know how it goes. I'll have it club stock for best case scenario, but I bet I miss everything. You know what the beauty in that is? Nothing changes. We'll still have 5 million plus coins. We'll still be doing a crap ton of League SBCs. We'll have BPM spammed like crazy, and I get to spend time with family and helping family, so it all works out. A few years ago, if you would have had me do that, I would have been, not throwing a fit, but I would have been frustrated, like, oh, I missed out, man. No, you didn't. What you really missed out on was that family time. And it's like, those times become more and more important, especially when you get older, because think about that with, like, grandparents and stuff, too. How often do you get to see your grandparents, or how many people still have their grandparents around? If you're young and your grandparents are young, that is an absolute blessing, but I'm down to very few grandparents now, so anytime I get to see them, it's truly a blessing to hang out with them, because you never know when it could be their last days. I mean, that's true for everyone, but especially the older you get, you just never know. He's in the bathroom for too long. I wonder what he's doing in there. Does anyone watch Mr. Raffle Waffles? I have a video idea off of something he did that kind of correlates with that. How much are these Saudi cards? 350, 300? Well, I think back in previous years, some of my best pulls have been Thanksgiving or Christmas, chilling with the fam and opening packs on my phone. And see, like, those are the things I enjoy doing. So it's like, when I'm spamming BPM, it'll be when we're watching a Christmas movie. Which, by the way, what's your guys' favorite Christmas movie? There is only one right answer for the best Christmas movie. Hopefully you guys know it. If not, I'll educate you. Yeah, no, I love doing that. Like, watching a movie, but at the same time, spamming. I kind of want to do that. See, should I try to see if I can make 1,000 plus bronze upgrade packs? I kind of want to try a challenge like that. Depending on what comes out, we might have to mix it around to not be wasteful or take more advantage of what's out. But yeah. Home Alone? Home Alone's good. It's not the best Christmas movie. Christmas Vacation? Yes, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the best Christmas movie ever. It does not even come close. The Griswolds are the goats of Christmas time. Yes, okay. I didn't watch Die Hard before until like a year or 2 years ago. I can't remember which Thanksgiving we actually watched it at. But I watched Die Hard for the first time the past few years. And my goodness. The beginning was so good. I ended up falling asleep, not because I didn't like the movie. I was dead tired from staying up all night grinding packs on my phone. But yes, it was a good movie. Christmas Story is good as well. Home Alone's good. Okay, hot take with Polar Express. Polar Express is fantastic. I feel like you can only watch Polar Express like once a year. Like, I see it at, I don't know. It's in the background of a Christmas party you're at. Sweet. Awesome. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, you could sit there and thoroughly enjoy every part of that movie at least a few times every season. You know why? Because Polar Express is a standard Christmas movie. National Lampoon's Christmas is a movie that is just clip farmers. All they do is clip farm in that movie. Every single part of the movie, you could name like 5 to 10 quotes, or make TikToks, or YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels, and it would all be hilarious and go viral. Remember when his cousin comes with the Rottweiler and his family in the trailer? That's the best. Snot. Not seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Dude, yes. I won't spoil it then. You need to watch it. Watch it this year and let me know how it goes. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, Carlos. That's going to be my Christmas present, brother. You and anyone else who's never watched it before, watching that for the first time and telling me what you thought of it will be the best Christmas present you could give me. Oh my goodness. It's so good. Yeah. Concussions might take my memory temporarily or over time, but besides concussions, if I could just remove my memories of that movie and see it again for the first time, absolutely I'd do it. 100%. It's that good. Now I'm hyping it up so much, they're going to be like, who's in bed? Oh shoot, what streaming service is it on? I need to get ready for that to make sure we have it. I've never seen the other National Lampoon's movies, though. For how much I like this one, I should have watched the rest. It's on Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Disney Plus. Are we sure it's on everything? It looks like it's on everything. Not Netflix, though. Dude, Netflix is the worst company in the world. I swear, man. Does anyone ever use the Netflix search bar? And you'll start typing something, and it'll autofill, like, a super popular movie. So you could do, like, National Lampoons. You can put in N, and it'll be like, National Lampoons Christmas. It's like, absolutely, I want to watch that. You click it, it's like, we don't have that available, but we have this. Why are we promoting it then? Why are we autofilling? Getting my hopes up. Hey, Sandro, what's up, buddy? Currently sharing both Hulu and HBO Max. It is available to stream as part of Hulu's subscription, also included with HBO Max plans. Okay, so we will have it. That's good. I need to figure out what channel Sunderland's playing on. I think it'll be Peacock on not tomorrow, but next Saturday. Against Bournemouth. Alright, we'll do should we do the lib sud section? There are untradables. Happy that football's finally back. Though my home team from Liga MX got cooked yesterday. Did you lose to the 17-year-old who chipped the keeper? Or was that a different game? Dude's gonna be, Moore's gonna be an absolute baller, man. I can't wait. His name's Moore, right? More, yeah. He's a national hero and he cooked us. Hey. It's the only bad thing about having them stay in the Liga MX. is you can support them for the national team, but if they don't play for your team, then they're gonna run into some problems. Actually, so we'll do the live in Sud. Let me finish these up. We have 19 hours till this expires. Let's just go through all these. Gambia. These don't even have any value, man. By the way, I never asked, why do you support Southampton? I don't support Southampton. I support Sunderland. When I support Sunderland, growing up, one of my best friends was a Manchester United fan. I didn't watch the Premier League because I was a little kid. And I grew up as an Italian family watching Serie A when I did watch. So that's how I became a fan of AC Milan, and Thiago Silva is my hero because of that. But when it came to Premier League, I wanted to find a team. And so we decided the best way to do it would be to do randomized teams on FIFA. And by randomized teams, I landed on Sunderland. And that's how it started. And then I started watching them live. And they were tragic ever since I started watching them. Barely surviving. And then when I got to high school, they kept barely surviving. And then right as I was graduating, they got relegated. And then relegated again. And then torturous years in League One. And then those few seasons in the Championship to now they're back to the Premier League. So it is now on the way back up. But it has been... You guys don't know how good you have it, man. Like, if you support a Premier League team and you don't even think about relegation ever, like you feel like it's miles away and it's never going to happen to you, I pray it doesn't, man. It's the worst thing ever. Especially when you don't have good ownership. It makes a bad situation even worse. Reluctant to spend. When they do spend, they spend poorly. Diminishing returns, losing the revenue after those few years of the Premier League and then the Championship. Oh. It makes me want to cry just thinking back to it, man. Did you watch the documentary? Yeah, way after the fact. I still get emotional every time I watch it, though. Yeah. Documentary does a good job kind of showing the emotions behind it. I wish they would have been able to do the more recent kind of seasons and stuff. I will say, though, if you haven't watched the newest season of it, and you watched it when it originally came out, I highly recommend watching the newest season. Distraught watching it, dude. Gosh, man. Toys with your heart, man. The rest, I don't even have a team. I'm also an American. Just grew up playing FIFA. Some of my friends are big Bayern fans, so watch a lot of Bundesliga games. I guess I need to choose one of these days. Yeah, I mean, people, to give you advice in advance, if you're not supporting if you're not talking about the MLS or the USL Championship or USL League One team in your area, I don't know where you live in the US, if that's not your quote-unquote local that you're supporting, people are going to give you crap no matter what. But honestly, pick a team that makes you happy, players that you enjoy. If it's not one of the best teams in the world, it's even better because it makes little things much more like victories. Like, how can I explain it? When you're in the Championship, for English football at least, or League One, and you have a lone player that shouldn't be in the league to begin with because they're too good and they're on a Premier League team on loan to get some game time, and you have an option to potentially sign them if you go up, and then you end up going up, it is the best feeling in the world. Because you get attached to these players and you don't know if they're going to stay or not. And then you get to keep them. And it's like awesome. But then there's others. You get the loan. There's no option to buy or obligation. Like Ahmad. And you get to see the development of a young superstar. And then you have to send him back to United. Just to watch him play wingback. Do you watch the MLS as well? I would watch the MLS. Out of kind of, not really protest, but just kind of out of convenience, I choose not to watch it. Because Apple TV is one of the only streaming services I don't have. So whenever they show teams on actual TV, I'll usually get around to watching those games. But yeah, I just don't like how paywalled it is. I think it's severely hurting its growth. Do you think Malanda will be good in the championship? Who is Malanda? I'm an NC, so Charlotte is my local, but I really like watching Europe leagues. Oh, cool thing happened. So Sunderland had a promising youngster that they signed. His name's Nectar Trianthus. He's Greek and he's Australian. We signed him from the A-League when his team won the Aussie Premier League or whatever they call it there. Got him. Didn't really play right away. We loaned him out to Hibs. I believe it was for 2 seasons. The first season, he did all right. Didn't get too much game time, and when he did, he didn't do amazing. He's the one, you've probably all seen the clip before. He's the one that went viral for having the free kick that hit both his teammates in the face. He lasered a free kick at his teammate. It hit off his head, and then the other one turned and it hit the other one off the head. That guy. He had a breakout season, was one of the best. He went from a center back to a center defensive mid, was one of the best midfielders in the Scottish Premier League. They wanted to sign him, but he wasn't going to stay at Hibs. He was going to go elsewhere. He was going to come back to Sunderland and fight for a spot, but obviously Sunderland got promoted, so it'd be impossible to basically get him a spot at that point. So then what ended up happening was he had option from Hibs, he had some championship clubs after him, and he had some MLS clubs. He ended up going to the Minnesota United team, which plays like 4 hours away from where I live. So I'm buying a Greek jersey for Christmas. I don't think I'll put Trianthus on it. I'll just have the Greek jersey. I'm going to go to a Minnesota United game and watch him in person. I'm so excited. But yeah, my quote-unquote locals, the Madison Ford, and they're hit and miss, man. They're so meh. It's very frustrating. Burrow signed him from Charlotte, center back that joins us in January. I haven't heard of him. Oh, you're talking to the other guy. Then. Yeah, I haven't heard of him. Grew up in an Italian family. I'm Italian, so actually it's very cool. I'm lucky for watching Milan, though. Yeah, we're Italian and German. Mainly Italian, though. On my dad's side, huge Italians. What do we need? Dude, I'm lost right now. Alright, we need Ghana. But yeah, if I turn my camera around, I have the San Siro right above me. In the background, I have a big San Siro on my wall. When we do our Italy trip this summer as a family, that was the one place I said, I'm like, can we go to Milan? Can I go to the San Siro? And sadly, we're not going to be able to make it to Milan. But I'm going to see if I can find other stadiums to go to. I'm Italian too, as the name could suggest. Yeah, very Italian name. As much as I don't like Sunderland, I respect you for following them and feeling the pain and glory despite it being luck that they became your team. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world, though. I mean, a lot of people over the years, if you've been around the channel for a bit, people would ask, like, which club I support. And when Sunderland was in League One, they'd be like, why? You're an American. Why don't you support, like, a city or someone? How is that fun, dude? I don't know. Wouldn't change it for the world, though, man. All right, we need 5 golds, 3 silvers. So, I don't know exactly where we're going yet. All I know is we're flying and then taking a cruise. So the cruise is going to take us to a bunch of places around Italy and then kind of drop us off, I think, for parts of the day. So we don't know specifics yet of which one we're taking and where exactly we're going to go. But I'm excited. Super excited. This is going to be my first time leaving the United States. So I got my passport and everything. Can't wait, man. Is there a way to avoid softband when bidding on the web app? You can slow down and mix it up a little bit. I find a helpful thing to do is when it gives you that quote-unquote softband warning thing, what I'll usually do instead is I'll add it to my watch list and quickly bid after, and it'll allow you to keep doing that for a few times. That's kind of like the middle ground. Oh, did I take out too many silvers? Oops. Oopsie. 86-97 Borough got the 2 Cup finals and got relegated and had the Premier League Player of the Season. Crazy season. Yeah. It's crazy, like, hearing stats like that or talking about things like that. Because it's so... Football changes so fast, man. It's kind of like life, but... Yeah. Especially any team that, like, had large stints in the Premier League or the First Division, and they've been out for ages, and you don't consider them a Premier League team anymore, and they're more of like a Barclays Classic. I mean, it's a great title to have, but you want to be back in. Dude, I keep missing. Is it Senegal? Yeah, Senegal. I have this bad habit of looking at it and then talking and forgetting what I was looking at. One. Two. 3 silvers. Did you guys see that Burnham City's getting a new stadium? It's going to have the capacity to sit like 60,000+. Don't know where they're going to find those fans from, but that'll be interesting. Irakunda's an absolute baller, man. He's a joy to watch in the championship. Every time I turn it on, he's scoring and doing backflips, free kicks, you name it. Absolute baller. Oh, dude, I want to. So my next trip that I'd want to do after we go to Italy as a family is I have a buddy who also lives in the United States, went to my church but moved away. He's already told me, he's like, you give me the time and date, I will take vacation days and we'll go to Sunderland together and we'll go watch some European football across the UK, and just Europe in general. I told them my ideal Europe/England/UK trip would be to fly into the Northeast, stay in Sunderland, see the Stadium of Light, see a game, and then just throughout the days or week, just make my way down and see as many stadiums as I can. And potentially see as many content creators as I can too, depending on who lives where. Because I have people that have already hit me up and said, like, hey, if you come to Ireland, you can stay with me. If you come to this part of UK, you can stay with me. If you come here, we'll give you housing and food. Or we can shoot a video. That'd be a ton of fun, man. Would recommend a holiday to Sunderland, though. Probably better staying in Newcastle. I'd want to stay in Sunderland, though. I wouldn't want to stay outside of Sunderland. I know people recommend certain things, but like for never being there, I have such a love for this city. I feel like I have to. I mean, I would even consider, like, my job's remote. There's European offices, but in terms of like working remote, I bet I could schedule a week or two vacation if I'm at the company for at least a few more years, where I could schedule like let's say a week and a half vacation, or like a 2-week, 3-week vacation where I'm working part-time there at certain hours of the day that would overlap business hours. And then I just get an Airbnb in Sunderland or elsewhere for a month. I'm just chilling for a month. That would be sick. That would honestly, I would enjoy that more, I think. Because that would give a ton more freedom. Alright, so we got 1. Six. Honestly, I might just chuck all these Oh, we need the actual silvers, dang it. I was gonna say, if I can do all golds instead and just put in bronzes, cool, but there are any expensive managers in BPM? There's some, yeah. English ones are, some Brazil ones, American ones. They're not as expensive, but they have value. Fun fact. Tom Heaton, his niece is one of our moderators. What's the point of the Europe upgrade refreshing? No one should really bother to do it. It's probably for people who missed it, because they probably were gonna know that people didn't want to do it, but then Evos would come out, like the striker one that people would want to put Sesko in. So that was probably their thought process. But he went to the UK in the summer, and he would tour the cities in the morning, have lunch, and then log in the afternoon and work his job until like 11 p.m. at night. He used a VPN. See, I was thinking of that too, because like, I mean, I already stream to a primarily UK-based audience, so I got the time zones down in terms of like how I operate about my week. I feel like that would be fun to, yeah, even just work that way. His job name? No, I would let my job know if I was doing that, for sure. can't believe they put price range updates on those at the start of the game, man. It's so stupid. Segments without a rating? Yeah. These packs are just funny packs. Like, again, if this was unlimited repeatable for a week or two, that would have been fun, because this would have been a nice way to get, like, bonus league SBC cards, get some more tradable silvers, and spam BPM even more. Oh, are they even more up because of Rashford? There we go. So, I mean, I would just put 5 on sale for 3K each. Yeah, I probably could have listed them even higher. Use a Google spreadsheet that uses PaleTools Club Export Tool to track your club stock on every mixed league SBC league. I can share if someone's keen to use it. Yeah, if anyone's interested, let them know. I'm trying to think the best place you could send it, though. Probably like Discord DMs with that person. It's like have them post in a Discord channel saying like yo or something. And you message them. What are special cards at right now? All right, how many more do we have? Yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll be live for another 45 minutes or so. And we got a workout to hit. It is chest and tricep day, boys. About to set some new PRs. All right, 1 Africa upgrade left. So 1 Nigeria, 4 silvers. Probably easier to put that in. The new golds here. Dude, we're gonna have... I can't wait. We're gonna have so many informs. Alright, 3 more silvers. I'm gonna start using low-end MLS and championship that we'll never touch. Africa's done. I'm not touching that one again. All right, small election first. Can't do VPN properly because my transfer is full? Yeah. I don't like having a full transfer list anymore. Might go up over the weekend. Not the 80 times 2 isn't available, so it's only grind. No bronze team of the week, so less people in packs. That's what I was thinking too. Is with no crafting upgrade yet. I can see that happening. All right, what do we got? Those sales. I don't think I want to go through any more right now on those. Let's do League SBCs. It is premium time, boys. Yeah, I hope we get a player picked soon too, man. Both for the people who want to go like all in on investments and also just like a fun thing to open. Especially if it only needs things like commons. In a heartbeat, I'd take that. Easily. It's made a Catholic 11 for the gauntlet. Just having fun. What a team. That's funny. Do you remember, does anyone remember seeing the, was it Heaven vs. Hell starting 11 video? Ages ago? I can't remember what channel did it. That was a classic. It's sure it was just Celtic versus Rangers. Probably, yeah. Probably Celtic Rangers. For sure. Alright, we'll chuck that around. It's good. This promo I would only make picks to get fodder. Yeah. It'd be nice if it was just gold commons. You could literally just sit there and spam it. Is this Kwame's brother? Is Ernest Ghanaian as well, but he chose the Netherlands as his nationality? Or are they not related and just have the same last name? It's Doku's brother? Ernest is Doku's brother? Or Kwame's Doku's brother? You're kidding. I was gonna say, I'm like, what? It was so random, it was believable. That was like, if anyone was trying to bait, that would probably be the perfect bait. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't dismiss that. I could believe it. But I have questions, too. Hirschbook is the brother of Emmanuel. So who's related to Kwame? No one? Kwame, Poku, brothers. No, I don't think he has any. Remember, did you save packs for Black Friday? Not for Black Friday. I'm starting for Team of the Year. Doesn't mean we won't save any of our packs for... Doesn't mean that any of the packs we're saving for Team of the Year we don't open for Black Friday, but I'm also not around during Black Friday, so... I don't really open packs until I get back. I was kind of grind off stream. I open bronze packs and just sell dupes, so I lose a lot of coins in the beginning because I don't really know when I should start doing bronze upgrades or selling players. The issue with selling things front end and doing upgrades is you don't get too far in the grind because your transfer list gets full quickly. Especially the just random dupes. If you're talking like League SBC dupes and it'll sell within the hour or before the hour ends, perfect. If we're talking just random cards that would take like 5 to 10 listings and you're using Pale Tools, you're going to very quickly fill your transfer list up and then you're going to not be able to list the stuff that has value. So you can do that. I would say if you're going to do that though, time it well. Like have that be like before you go to Call of Duty or before you go to bed and you can relist those before you're doing anything else for the day. Alright, what we got? Eredivisie. PSV. That works. Random cards is put into upgrades dupe ones. That's what I do. When I start getting dupes that I know aren't going to sell, I just stop and make a few quick upgrades. One with the dupes and then some in my club. Down to 0 coins now that I made that team. Lovely, man. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I might have to end a little early. Get that pre-workout in. Kicking. Alright, let's do some BPM to fill. Just fill and chill. Overthink too much on unnecessary things like BPM. You guys are on the low end running into an issue I've had for years. And the more you do this, the more you'll run into it too. The same methods that build you coins and packs, consistently making you coins and packs, will also be your downfall, because it's a switch that's almost impossible to completely turn off. If you're going from not wasteful at all, maximizing every little thing, every little flip, doing League SBCs for profit, getting all the libs tradable, on bid for less than the buy now, flipping as many as you can, things like that, to stop those things is to stop being you. And it's such a weird feeling. But at some point, right, that flip has to switch. Like for me, for example, if I sold my informs and special cards and the stuff in our club with the investments, we'd be roughly still around 5 mil. That's kind of the number I'm at. I could spam BPM endlessly. I'm not going to run out of 5 mil. I could make so many League SBC runs. I'm not going to run out of 5 mil. I could get lower in coins throughout the week. I might be 100,000 down because we're saving so many untradeable packs, but we're going to get them back more on the back end. But truly, once you've built up a foundation of coins and you have some investments and you have some club stock and you have some pack saved, you'll really see it's harder than you think to run out. It's next to impossible to run out. You'd have to be so wasteful to the point where it's like you're just opening a full bronze pack and quick selling the whole thing without listing anything ever. Never selling a live card ever again. Buying out every League SBC without any flips or selling any of the tradable items over time. I'm tired, dude. It's been a long day, man. The flip has to switch. Flip the switch. Mean we were losing a small... No. If you're doing it the low-end way, you're not losing coins the way we recommend. You're building up coins and building up packs. But using those methods enough make you so many coins that you, over time, find ways to be a little wasteful. And you're going through that right now. So it's like, for the lib and sud flipping, if we continue doing that even more than we did back in the day, we'd be making probably not as many coins as we used to, because it's drying up a little bit. But let's say fluctuations daily still are 200 to 300 coins a piece. If we did that with millions of coins, that would be a huge way to make coins. And if we did that throughout the week, while doing League SBCs nonstop, it'd be next to near impossible to do enough League SBCs to get less coins than we made just on that one day or those 2 days. And over time, it'd be hard to get that number to go down. The same way with like other investments like Informs and stuff like that. Even if you're buying out a whole SBC for, let's say, the mix, what are you spending? Maybe like 10K most? You'd have 10 League SBC runs to spend 100K. If you made 300 to 400K on Lib and Suds, think about how many runs you could do without even mentioning all the tradable and untradeable packs you're getting back. That will then go into more runs to get you tradable and untradeable packs. So it's like, you just become more and more wasteful. And you just gave a really good example. Let's say you lose a small percentage of it. The example I always give is exchanges. We used to do exchanges where we put 5 to 10 mil into exchange fodder. And let's say 5 mil is the example. If we put 5 mil into 85s to 89 rateds and got all the exchange packs from those in previous years, and then put those into more repeatables like player picks, rinse and recycled those into more exchanges, rinse and recycled those into tradable packs, especially when we had the Team of the Week player pick with the 2 tradable packs in it. We made profit most of the time from that. But even if we didn't, it'd be the case where it's like maybe we'd lose 100K after a week of grinding. So at 5 mil, that took over a week to open all those packs on Pale Tools. We maybe went from 5 mil to 4,950,000 or 4,900,000. And then after that, we could put 4,900,000 in and do that same exact thing. It just reaches a point where it's impossible to get rid of everything. Yeah. As long as you understand where that value is coming from, it makes perfect sense. Like, think of all the golds, silvers, and bronzes in our club that we haven't touched. Think of all the chem styles, all the informs. I could take every existing coin that I've made that's liquid right now, put it all into League SBCs or packs, build up more stuff, and just because of what's in my club, we'd have more coins than we originally started with the investment we made. Do you play Weekend League? I did. First few weeks, and then I stopped because rewards aren't great, and I'd rather do menus. It's just not the time, man. Especially now with COD out. I'd rather play COD. Alright. But yeah, guys, I gotta go work out. I gotta start recording some videos. I gotta start packing, man. It's gonna be a long week. But yeah. We should have a video up most days. Like I said, I leave Wednesday technically. But there might not be another stream for me until then. We'll have to see. This is probably going to be the only stream for the weekend. But yeah, tons of videos coming. But yeah, have a good week. For those of you who celebrate American Thanksgiving, have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good Black Friday. Hopefully you all are making coins on the Flash SBCs. And take it easy. God bless.